Time of Noah. All right, 13 again. It said, he watereth the hills from his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of thy works. 14. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man. So these herbs out here are for us. Not to go to the doctor and the doctor give you some pill. We're supposed to have an understanding of these herbs. Let me read that again. He causes the grass to grow for the cattle and herb for the service of man, that he may bring forth food out of the earth. So herbs are food. Grass are food. 15. And wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil. We spoke about oil pulling, oil therapy. You know, you got your coconut oil, you got your clove oil, you got your tea tree oil, and they mostly come from trees, plants, and herbs. You got your I mentioned tea tree oil. You got your oil of oregano. So I'm going to read the 15th verse again. And wine that maketh glad the heart. And now, we're supposed to drink wine because wine contains, red wine contains resveratrol. And that's beneficial to your body. There's another scripture in the New Testament. We're not going to go to it, but it says, no longer drink water, but drink wine for thy stomach's sake and for thy everyday infirmities. I'm merely paraphrasing what it said. Okay, so I'm going to read the 15th verse again. It said, and wine that maketh glad the heart of man, and oil to make his face to shine, and bread. Now the best type of bread to eat is flat bread or bread without yeast in it, unleavened bread without minus the gluten. And when we have the Passover, we eat unleavened bread, which is flat bread. And you can eat that. Okay. It says, and bread which strengthens man's heart. So when you eat the proper bread, it builds up your heart along with these herbs. You know, Jake, man, they're always in the hospital. Go to any hospital, you're going to mostly see Jacob in there. You got these Edomites. These Edomites get up. These Edomites get up every morning. Like I said, you got these Edomites out there that get up and run 3, 4, 5 miles. They bike, they do kayaking, and they take walks in the sun. They mountain climb. They go on these trails and hike. You know, they're doing things. You know, they're eating the right foods. Like I said, they exercise, they eat the right foods, they eat the proper diet. And most of the time, these Edomites, you rarely see them in the hospital. I mean, their bodies are weaker than our bodies, but they take care of those weak-ass bodies. And Jake just does whatever the hell he wants to do. Just he doesn't exercise, you know, doesn't eat the proper foods. You know, just like our women, man. You know, our women, and this is big among our women and our men. A lot of people are morbidly obese, which means 100 pounds over your natural body weight. Now, when you went down to Texas, you went down to Arkansas, and we made a stop down there, and we noticed there was a lot of morbidly obese people down there. You had people who their natural body weight to be maybe 150 pounds, 170 pounds, 200 pounds, that looked like they weighed 500 plus pounds. And you didn't just see, you know, one walking by, the next one. Pretty much everybody down there was morbidly obese. The cashier was morbidly obese. The guy sweeping the floor was morbidly obese. You had people going in and out of the store to pay for their gas, morbidly obese. So goddamn big they can't even wear regular clothes. They had to wear sweatpants and sweatshirts and sweatshorts and slippers. They couldn't even wear shoes. But that's our people. Our people are hard-headed. But those same morbidly obese people go to church looking for the Lord to heal them. And in the church, most of those women in the church are morbidly obese. The scripture says in Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. They don't have the knowledge of the herbs. They don't have knowledge of eating the right food. They don't have the knowledge of exercising, being out there in the sun. A lot of them are cooped up in the house watching those damn judge shows all day, doing nothing with their life. But anyway, I want to go from there to the next scripture. And like I said, among you brothers coming up, you officers and so forth, and captains and so forth, you're gonna be tested on these healing medicines, these herbs and supplements, and knowing how to identify ailments, diseases. Okay, this is Deuteronomy, the 11th chapter. Let's see what that says. Deuteronomy, the 11th chapter. The 9th and the 10th verse. And that ye may prolong your days in the land which the Lord swear unto your fathers to give unto them and to their seed, a land that floweth with milk and honey. A land that floweth with milk and honey means you have to have cows. Cows produce milk. Goats produce milk. Sheep produce milk. In order to have cows and sheep and goats in abundance, you have to have greenery. Honey comes from a process that from a bee. The process of taking certain flowers and the production of honey is from this process. All right. It says 10th verse, for the land whither thou goest in to possess it, it is not as the land of Egypt. So the soil of Egypt, pretty much outside Egypt, and Egypt was a desert land. So our land was fruitful. That's what the Most High just told the children of Israel. It says, for the land whither thou goest to possess it is not as the land of Egypt. From hence ye came out, where thou sowest thy seed and watereth it with thy foot as a garden of herbs. All right. So that's that also speaks about herbs. But the land whither ye go to possess it is a land of hills and valleys and drinking water of the rain of heaven. Because when you're living in the big cities, you have to go to a health food store. Where when we go back into the kingdom of heaven, which is over there in the land of Israel, the herbs are going to grow naturally. And we're going to eat the right foods. And then on top of that, we're going to have spiritual power.